Hello, hello.
Hello. Are you
Happy
ready?
launch.
Huh?
I said happy launch day.
Yes, absolutely. This is exciting.
It's so exciting. We have over 100 registrations. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic event. We have we definitely have some people that are coming back for the replays that couldn't make
Yes,
it for the weekend.
yes,
So, we're just going to do our thing and show up in our workshops and, uh, you know, be excited. It's going to be a fantastic event.
it is. It is. Very much so.
I think
Huh.
Justin will be on here in a few.
Poor guy. 12 hours difference.
Yep. Yeah. That's what happens when you're across the globe.
hmm Is it Agni that's from Sweden? Is
Uh,
Agni from
that's a
Sweden?
good question. I think so.
I think one of them, or I'm pretty sure it's her. I don't know what their time zone difference is.
Here now?
Yeah.
Hello, Justin. Welcome.
Hello.
We were just talking about everybody in the different time zones. I think that's
Yeah.
the fun aspect of it being a global event is you get to meet people all over the world. It's fantastic.
Yes, makes it very exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool. We're not limited by distance, right? It's quite amazing. And distance healing is a thing. So
That's
we're in
right.
the right business.
That's right.
Bobby, you do a lot of distance healing, correct?
That's primarily what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anyone in person anymore,
Yeah.
which is really nice. It
Yeah.
became a necessity when I started working with my parents. It's like, you need help now, and I just can't be there. It's like, okay, what else can we do?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Right. I'm sure we're going to have people logging in all day long,
hmm
in and out. Josh will be joining us soon, I'm sure. We should give like door prizes for who joins us from the farthest away.
There you go. There you go.
What would be the furthest? For the
Oh,
furthest from where, right? Because we're all in different locations.
Well,
It'd be the
that's true.
furthest from Thailand, the furthest from
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Well, you could do both. Since you two are just kind of setting all this up and starting this, it should be the furthest from Jamie and the furthest from Justin.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
could do two prizes.
yeah.
All right, we get a door prize for first person who has a guest attendee from
There we go.
Alaska,
Ooh,
Antarctica,
there we go.
right? I think you win automatically, Alaska, Antarctica.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do people even live in Antarctica?
I
I
can't
don't
believe
know.
he chooses to live there. No.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's inhabitable.
Your shirt art, that's what you and L'Oreal say all the time.
It is.
Yeah. Did you have shirts made for your business, your brand, or it's something that is part of an ideology or something like that?
No, I mean,
Oh, you made them. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Nice.
we do have matching
I want
ones.
one.
L'Oreal
You
freaks
ship
out
to
when we
Thailand.
match.
What was that?
We do have matching shirts, but it's funny. L'Oreal always puts on some shirt that matches mine lately. And she's like, okay, we got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Is this a subconscious thing? What's happening here?
I don't know. My husband and I do that. My daughter started making fun of us. It's like, okay, we have to make a conscious effort not to do this.
Oh yeah, I'm always finding that we put on the same outfit, like same colors coordinating all the time. And it's just like, wait a minute. Who got dressed first?
That's right. Whoever got dressed first is the one who gets to leave it on.
That's right. Oh, goodness.
Usually my husband means I lose.
Yeah. Man, we're going to have an exciting day today, guys. And she's back.
I'm back. Awesome.
All right. Well, we want to get started. I know it's only a couple minutes after the hour, but I know we've also got a lot of people watching already. So just not offering to jump in. And for those of you who are watching, we would love to see you live. If you want to come and join, just click that button to share your audio and video and come join us. This is a party. This is a celebration. This is a get to know each other and interact and, just build relationships, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Or you can finish getting ready for the day and stay incognito. It's all good. Either way. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and get started, though. So, Justin, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good. Ready.
All right. Pull up my screen here. And what we'll do throughout the day is just basically ask everybody to do a mic check too. Sometimes there's a lot of noise when you do come on live. So just remember if the speaker is speaking throughout the day to go ahead and just mute your mic or whatever. So welcome to Alternative Healthcare Solutions. I'm Jamie Lee, the visionary and founder, and we're here together with Justin, my co-founder, and my operations guy. My what hat should I describe for you today?
It's whatever hat you need is the hat I wear.
That's exactly right. He's all kinds of help for us and getting this thing going, and we really couldn't have done it without him. So we're excited about what we have today. We've been doing this since June, but this is really our debut event with all of our new practitioners. And we have been spending weeks and months building momentum for this, understanding who we all are and how we all come together and bring this unity into this space of community of healing. And we are global. We are all across the globe. We have practitioners. Oh my gosh, what would you say our farthest practitioner is, Justin? Would it be Agni?
Possibly. Well, I'm over here in Thailand, and Agni's over there in Sweden, I believe.
Yes, Sweden. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely all over the globe. And that's super exciting. It's really the way the technology is this day and age. We have more ability to connect in ways that we didn't 20, 30 years ago, and more resources available today. So it's super exciting. So Justin, like I said, he is the mini hat wearer. You guys read that book as a kid where it's like that hat man selling hats and he's got a hat all stacked up on top. I don't remember what that childhood book is, but that is definitely Justin in this space. And Justin, you want to go ahead and tell us about you and your family?
Yeah, sure. So I am from California, but I'm here in Thailand. My wife is Thai. My two daughters, Layla and Ada, are half Thai and half American. And I can tell a little bit about how I connected with Jamie. So we connected on Facebook. It was a random friend request and then an outbound message. And the next thing you know, we're talking about what we do. And she said she was putting something together called Alternative Healthcare Solutions to connect wellness practitioners and health experts with individuals looking for their unique solutions. And I said, this sounds like a failed business partnership I just had with a very narcissistic, ego-driven individual. Interesting. Tell me more about that. And when I connected with Jamie on that first Zoom call, I felt like, wow, this woman really has the passion. She really has the care, and she really does have the vision. And we talked about me contributing to alternative healthcare solutions as a colleague, as a supporter for a handful of months. But there came a point when there was a lot more that I realized that I could do, and Jamie saw that too. So um, I became the COO, but rather than the chief operations officer, I like to say steward of operations and energetic spaces. And in business, I feel there's a lot of competition, there is a lot of territorial behavior, and I feel that the way forward, especially for what we're doing here with alternative healthcare solutions and wellness and healing and prosperity in every area of life, is really shared authority. It is sharing space. It is spotlighting other individuals, because one individual only has so much genius. They can only provide so many unique solutions based on who they are and based on their experience. The only way we can serve more people is by really coming together and, well, sharing power, sharing authority. Rather than one brand, we have a collective brand. So that is my contribution here. How can I put all this together? Sometimes I say I'm Jamie's second brain, and I have spent more time on Zoom with Jamie than any other individual on the planet. So I think that second brain statement is quite accurate. Um, yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Anything else you want to add, Jamie?
Yeah, just it has been an honor and a pleasure to work beside him. And I think that once you get to know Justin, you'll see the integrity and the vulnerability and everything that he offers in his own um, personality and life and lifestyle, that he really shows up for you. And that's been such an honor to work beside. So I'm excited to have him here and have him work beside us. And yeah, so we'll leave that there. So a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know, I'm Jamie Lee. I'm also a certified nutritional health coach, wife, mother, and visionary, and I'm currently getting my doctorate in quantum healing. And this is my crew. I have 7 children, and my husband Joshua, who you'll see in the workshops today, has 4 children. So together we have a full gaggle of children. And then my son recently got married in September, and now we have an even dozen. But alternative healthcare solutions, we talk about how I came to Justin in that time of just this, I have this idea and this vision. It really started from my experience of having my own healing journey with myself, but also with my daughter, who was diagnosed with polyarticular arthritis when she was 10. And that's her right there. She was basically, they told her that she was going to have to be on chemotherapy injections for the rest of her life and pain medicine around the clock. And that's a terrifying diagnosis when you're the parent. So it really resonates with me when we find practitioners who have gone through some sort of experience and they have experienced healing on the other side. And you'll find that many of our practitioners have gone through that. But my experience with her ended up having lots of resources through people that I connected with, but it was hard work and it was terrifying to go through and find those connections and find resources that were not going to damage her, that were not going to further the pain that she has and make her in a worse condition. And really, I had about 8 months of helping her before she was going to be completely crippled. And so we also found that she had Lyme's disease that was triggering the autoimmune disease. So she was really an uphill battle. However, through connecting with practitioners that I aligned with and finding valuable resources that were available to me, I was able to heal her body, take her through a protocol, and 90 days she was completely reversed of both her autoimmune condition and the Lyme's disease. That is what is so powerful about finding alternative solutions, is that they really are solutions. They're not things that keep you in that cycle, and they go beyond Western medicine. They go beyond the conventional methods. And that's what we're excited to bring here today. And that's really what birthed this idea. People need to have these resources. People need to have these connections with practitioners they align with. And they need to be able to feel safe and vulnerable. I think that was one of the most terrifying thing in my experience with my daughter, was that the way the practitioner came at me, the doctor came at me, was that if I didn't do this, it was almost child abuse, which was terrifying. To think that if I didn't sign her up for chemotherapy and pain medicine around the clock for the rest of her life was considered child abuse in this doctor's eyes, was terrifying. And I didn't trust that doctor because of that experience. But I am very bullheaded, very stubborn, and mama protective, and went the non-conventional route and found solutions for her. And I just want to show that vulnerable side of me to say, this is safe. This is a safe space. Like, these practitioners, you're not going to scare them. You're not going to throw them through a loop on these things. They've experienced healing and they've experienced transformation themselves. Even Bobby Hively has gone through a diagnosis of MS and has completely reversed that. So there is powerful connections here to be made. So I guess that's all about me. But yeah, I think with that, I think that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say just one thing, right? You said you embodied that stubborn mom vibe that I'm not gonna let one of my kids get sick or get hurt.
Yeah.
When I first connected with you, you said you're a 7 on the Enneagram and you are a Taurus. That's what it says in your Facebook profile, and that's why I connected with you. And that stubbornness is well, it is quite an amazing trait. And I mean, you saved your daughter's life, and I just wanted to highlight that. Like, that stubbornness is a virtue when used in the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. For sure. And I think that we can all find that strength to be stubborn when we are in the community together. Because it can be burdensome to be sick and not have people who understand. And you've really got to have that tenacious tenacity to go through it and, be up for that journey. So, yeah. All right. Well, do you want to go ahead and open us with the opening intentions, Justin? I can let you do the honors.
Yeah, sure. So, this is what I enjoy facilitating as the steward of operations and energetic spaces. So, I invite all of you to ground yourselves a bit. You can close your eyes if you like. If you don't want to, that's okay. The main thing is that you feel comfortable and welcome, and that you feel warm and welcome in this space, because you are. And oftentimes we forget to breathe. And as Jamie mentioned, we're gathered here from all corners of the world, different time zones, different locations. So a bit of presence. So I invite you to take a deep breath with me. And you can listen as I share the opening intention. As your hosts of Alternative Healthcare Solutions, we come together to continue to foster transformation, unity, and selflessness in the world of healing. We believe that through the alchemy of knowledge and love, we can transform ourselves and help others to do the same. Our culture of cross-pollination promotes unity, and our commitment to selflessness enables us to act from our hearts and souls to serve as many people as possible. As we conduct today's health fair, we receive grace and love from one another. holding space for complete healing and unconditional love to achieve this mission and vision. We welcome you to this space that is Alternative Healthcare Solutions. Enjoy.
Fantastic. Thank you, Justin. And welcome everybody. So we're gonna get started here. We've got some amazing things lined up. So again, just kind of, reiterate our mission here is really to unite those healers and those seekers. We call them seekers. Really, truthfully, everyone is a healer and everyone is a seeker. Even us healers are still seeking more transformation and more alchemy throughout our entire lives. But our seekers are people who are seeking alternative ways to heal. So we unite those healers and seekers in an uplifting community that cultivates the exploration of affordable alternative solutions. And that's really our mission here. And how we've created this is we've created a community. So I've really meditating about this morning, and I was thinking about, how we have these two different areas, right? We have our community and then we have our event. And I was thinking, it's really more the community is our home and the event is our school or our gathering place, our community center. So we kind of have it reversed. But really our community, which is and it is basically an algorithm-free social media where it's just where our healers and practitioners and coaches come together with those who are seeking to really build those relationships, build those connections, and tap into lots and lots of resources so that you have a community to heal in. And that's really our home. And that's where we want to be showing up for you on a regular basis. And so we just really believe that everybody deserves a community to heal in, to come together, and together we become that solution. I'm sure that each one of our practitioners today will be talking about inviting you into our home, into the community. And with that, we'll talk a little bit more about it later. But we've really created this environment for you to continue on your healing journey and continue to tap into these resources that everybody has provided, and just a place to be vulnerable. I think that that's the biggest thing, is that in order to be our most authentic selves, we have to show up and be vulnerable in those spaces. And we need a safe space to do that.
Yeah, Jamie, if I can share a little bit, when you're talking about algorithm free, the importance of that is, as someone who helps a lot of health and wellness practitioners with marketing, especially on Facebook and other platforms, you can't say whatever you want to say. If there's certain words you have in your content, you're not going to get the reach that you want to have. And it's a shame, because we do know that we're sharing things that are really going to benefit people. So again, that is some of the purpose behind an algorithm-free community, where you can freely share and have access to the information that you're looking to, shared by the people who are passionate about putting that out there. The other thing too about the community, I would say that I've recently embraced more of my health, wellness, and healing journey, really over the last several months. And in having a lot of these conversations with practitioners or seekers, friends and family, sometimes they just don't get it. And when they don't get it, the people you're close to, you don't feel like you have that support. You feel like you're the odd man out or the odd woman out. And that's also what we're looking to provide. How can you feel you can talk about these things with people that get it? And community, right? Like, community is something everyone desires, craves, and deserves, but where do you find it, right? Especially since COVID and online spaces, people are really looking for community, and we're looking to offer that within the area of health, wellness, and prosperity. So just wanted to share that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're so right. There's been so many people that I've seen just showing up even on Facebook where you show up and you are trying to be that authentic person, and then people who don't align with your views just attack. And it can be so troubling because you're trying to show up. And that's why I really say that this space is like-minded, like attracts like. And when you're coming to this space, we have that sense of understanding that everybody's on their own divine path, and it's all going to look different um, to each one. And to be able to have that vulnerability is pretty sacred, and we honor that here. So what that practically looks like, just to give you an example of what we have in the community. This is our home, and this is a screenshot of our home anyways. So we have, for our people who are seeking alternative ways to heal and seeking this community, we have a complete healer reference guide. That's where you're really going to be able to find our practitioners, find our companies, everybody that we align with. That's where you're going to find everybody there. So you're going to be able to send messages to people. You're going to have an inbox system. You're going to be able to, basically just collaborate with them and find them and reach out to them and find, schedule an appointment with them so that you can learn further what they do. We also have testimonials, and this is really a space where you're going to start to hear stories of people's transformations that they've gone through. You're going to hear testimonials from people who have experienced the practitioners in this space and have good things to say about their own experience with them. And we invite you to share your testimony. If you've gone through some kind of experience that has transformed your life, we want to hear what happened, because it's those inspirational moments, those testimonies, that's going to provide power and equip these people across your community to have the courage to heal, to have the courage to go against what their peers are saying or what their doctors are saying. It really encourages them and equips them and empowers them to continue their journey. We also have hours of replay, 30 hours of replay right now in our community space. So that means that since June, we've been doing these health fairs, and we have packed that full of replays from these practitioners. Everything from mindset transformation to healing relationships to trauma recovery, all the way down to making your own probiotics. There's so many resources in that community, and it is just value packed. And we often refer to those replays because that's really where the value is. You're really getting an education and an understanding of what these practitioners have to offer and hear their experiences and their transformations. You're also going to be able to post your questions and get answers. How amazing is that? I don't know how many communities on Facebook that I've been in where people are looking for those answers. They're looking for those solutions, and it's just overcrowded with false information and flagged with, false with fact checkers and whatnot. But here's where you can really show up and ask those questions. So then we also have your 10-minute health tips. And these are really just going to be information that people are going to be able to provide you. Right now, currently, like I said, for example, there's an entire article on fluoride and all of the research links to what kind of effect fluoride has on our health. And it's a 10-minute read. That's basically all that it means. It's just, it takes 10 minutes to go through and read it and learn what that is. But we're going to be adding more and more value to that space. Then we also have your autoimmune reversal support. We have genetic disorders support group. We have healing relationships, mindset transformation. And this is the newest ad. We just added companies we trust. Now, this is an exciting space as well, because we've all gone through that process of trying to find products that that are reliable, that do have that effectiveness, that transform us and help us on our journey. So we have been interviewing and researching and talking with practitioners all over the place to find these valuable companies. And you will hear more about them today in the health fair. If you go over to the expo at any time, we've got 5 companies in there that are really going to help give you those resources that you need as well. So in the future, in the next few months, you will see about 13 new spaces as we add spaces for the practitioners that we have within this space here. You're going to have lots more spaces that are dedicated just to quantum healing or just to emotional healing. So we are still building this community. I think we're like, I refer to it as our home, and we're still building on additions. We're still building rooms, and we're still populating those spaces. So yes, we absolutely invite you to come back into this space. And there you also, if you join at $35 a month, first month, you get to come in as a VIP member, and it's free. And with that free trial, that 30-day free trial, you're going to have access to all those replays, all of those spaces. And it's really going to be beneficial to just understanding what we're doing here. That also includes your health fair event ticket every month. So when we do this twice a month, you're going to have access to that community and those events through that subscription. And like I said, we're inviting you into our home. Do you have anything to say, Justin, on that? Add to it, take away?
Yeah, sure. So for individuals who are live and they're tuning in, or even for individuals who might catch the replay, how does this online event experience, how is this different from the membership for $35 a month?
So the membership for $35 a month includes both. And this event is different in the sense that it's action-packed. You're learning from these practitioners. Like I said, it's kind of like showing up in school. You're busy learning. You do have time to socialize and connect with people, but it's so action-packed and so full of information that it's really just it's like a fire hydrant, right? Like drinking from a fire hydrant. And so when you join the community, you're able to really go through and experience the replays of the event, but even more, it's more enriched with the relationships and building that community.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, I know, I'm just asking so that you can share for people who may not know. I would say that enjoy this event, take it all in. We have 14 different workshops, we have speed networking. And if you like what you're experiencing, if you want to connect with the practitioners more, if you're interested on checking out different workshops they will host in the future, then that is the time to check out the free trial after the event.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'd also, if any one of our practitioners here that are live as well, you can feel free to jump in and just, share your experience of the community at any time if you would like as well. Don't want to call anybody out, but just offering it. So if you are talking, you will need to unmute.
Okay. I just wanted to say this is really exciting because 30 years ago when I started this journey into alternative healthcare, nothing like this existed. And to have a place that you can go and you can get a taste of different things that are out there to see what really works for you is just amazing. So I'm happy to be here.
Nope, Kate, we still can't hear you. It says you're unmuted, but I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, we have to unjoin and join back in. Sometimes we have that issue just by changing our audio. So bear with us as we still go through tech issues. Maybe she'll join us again. Brett, what's been your experience? I'm going to call you out.
Of course you are. No worries. You know, I think that for me, I love the range of healing that people have walked out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not this all of a sudden you arrive and everybody's at this existential, they've solved every crisis in their world and their planet, and they're ready to just take on the universe in the next iteration of life. Like, we're all at different phases, but yet we've created this community. We've created this it's more than a community. It is family, and that we are wrestling with one another, that we are being siblings with one another. If everyone knows that, you know, Thanksgiving is coming up, we're all going to get to be siblings for a minute, but that there is something about the sharpening that we're really bringing to each other in our process. And it's an exciting, transparent process. And that everyone's here. We're not leveling up higher than we should be, or expectations and such. And yeah, it's been a really fun place to be.
Awesome. Kate, did you get your mic fixed?
Can you hear me now?
Hey, yes.
Okay, when in doubt, if this happens throughout the event, just hit refresh and come back in. So, little tip. Okay, so I am so thrilled to see this debut event, and this community has been amazing. I've been hanging out with Jamie since June, and you know what Bobby said, you know, about if I had only had a community like this when I was on my health journey, it would have made what I went through so much easier and given me so much more hope. And so that's what I really hope that you'll find here, is that, you know what, there's answers here. And the community is amazing. And I mentioned in the chat that I just love the replays because, you know, I'm still on the learning curve too. I know that I have my own expertise, but I don't have the knowledge that some of these other practitioners have. And to listen to their knowledge and what they're teaching and have access to all those replays in the community, I can take my learning and my knowledge to the next level by being part of this community as well. So I just love this space, and I'm excited for this event and all of our future events, and to make connections with all of you and to make connections in the community. So I just love it here. Yay.
Good. Thanks for sharing all of that, Kate. Oh, Josh, you're going to go?
Yeah.
Wait.
Know.
Hold on. He's muted. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Okay. I think that along with kind of part of what Kate just said and part of Jamie's story of coming here, I think one of the most significant things about this group and what's happening here is there is so much information out there, and you can build tremendous cases for two completely opposite points of view and feel very lost. It is a very scary ocean of knowledge. And to have people who have been willing to swim through that ocean and find the things that work and bring them to the surface and say, I have answers, I've seen it work over and over again, is a breath of fresh air in a world where people are just ignorant and sharing ignorance. So I commend you for being those people, being the ones that have harvested valuable gems, because it really is. And that is so valuable in the world today. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for being a part and bringing that to the table for the people that are going to need it. Because I've done my share of mining in the world to find the things that work, and just within the few months of hearing all of you talk, I've already learned so much. And like muscle testing and the emotion code and all of these things you guys have been talking about. And I've went out and bought books, and I've devoured books through this time together, just hearing you guys spark that in me. So thank you for that. And I am very excited to see the ways that people are helped and healed and transformed with everything that you are bringing to this. So be encouraged.
Yeah, thanks for that, Josh. I know you, of course I do, but Josh is one of AHS's, if not AHS's, biggest supporter. Josh, can you say a little bit why about you're such an advocate of AHS? I don't think that was properly introduced quite yet.
Oh, because I really like Jamie. She's my wife, and honestly, I get to hear most of your conversations through the door while I'm doing my work. So I've gotten to learn a bit about all of you, whether you've known me or not. So I feel like I'm kind of the fanboy over here, knowing who all of you are, even though you don't know who I am. So just know that we are somewhat connected, and I support you, and I wholeheartedly agree with what you're doing here. And I don't know what else to say. I'm here for you however I can be.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Josh.
I'll just reiterate and emphasize what everyone has said so far. Community really being the biggest craving that people are seeking out there. There's so much disconnection. Jamie mentioned the algorithm of Facebook. We're creating an algorithm-free community. The algorithm goes far beyond social media. We've been divided, separated from each other for generations, and we are ready to come back together. I'm so happy this space has been created for all of us.
So good. So good. So true. So true. Well, I think that kind of speaks to what we've created and what we are creating. So I hope you guys really just take in the power of our health fair today and the information that these practitioners are going to lead you through, and really consider, connecting with them and getting that VIP access into our community, and we will welcome you home.
Yeah, Jamie, I believe we're going to go through the list of workshops and practitioners next. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, so I just want to say just one thing before you introduce Samantha, who's next on the screen, and she's here in the room, which is just amazing. And we vetted and had conversations with all these practitioners on our platform. And part of what we talk about is synergy and alignment, and how do we find the practitioners that we want to collaborate with and showcase. And we have touched on it a little bit on this call, especially as some of our practitioners have shared their story. And there's one thing I say to individuals who are entrepreneurs who really want to serve, and that is, you are most powerfully positioned to serve the person you used to be. And every one of our practitioners has an amazing story. They've had very hard struggles, problems that they couldn't solve because they didn't have that help. What they're looking to do is to share with you the accelerated, fast-track version of how you can get the transformation that they had to piece together on their own. So I just want to share a little bit about that, because we're all here to serve. And with all the practitioners we have, they all have amazing things to share with you based on their real, authentic experience. So without further ado, Jamie, take it away.
Samantha! We are so excited about Samantha. Talk about journey. This woman has been on a journey, and it is her her amazing body, as you can tell, has really been through it all. You've been an acrobat, right? Here you come on mic with me. Fire breather. This woman is wild, and I love her so much. Why don't you go ahead and talk about your workshop and just a brief summary of your story?
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. Thank y'all can hear me.
Yep, you're good.
Perfect. I'm so excited to be a part of this community. And like I'm just going to reiterate kind of what everybody else has been saying. When I started this, I didn't have a community, I didn't have community support. So it's really been like piecing it together, figuring it out. And all of us here have had to be hungry, right? We've had to be hungry, and we've really had to search for these solutions that have not been available to us through traditional forms of treatment, I imagine. So, God, yes, I actually got my massage license fresh out of high school, and I'm so happy I did that early on in my life, but I didn't really use it. I went on, I'm a professional dancer, did a lot of aerial acrobatics and fire performance and circusy type stuff with the massage background. So when I had injured my own self, obviously doing all of these ridiculous things, and it just didn't work. And I went to school for physical therapy. I was going to physical therapy, and it wasn't working. And I was like, gosh, what am I doing with my life right now? So I really just started to seek true answers. I worked in the hospital system for a really long time. And so within working in the hospital system and just kind of watching that model, I was like, I have to do better. It really like working in that environment wanted to make me be a better practitioner. So that's just a little bit about it. So talking about arthritis, I think that it's really, there's like a lot of misconceptions about arthritis. And a lot of the people that I speak to, and you may or may not but know of this, but people are like, oh, I just have arthritis. And they chalk it up as like, that's just the way it is. And now I'm stuck in pain for the rest of my life. And there's just obviously nothing I can do about it because the doctor didn't tell me there was. So, so really, there's a lot of misconceptions about arthritis, and I just don't feel like people need to struggle in chronic pain. And so many people are suffering in pain, and they think that it's normal, and it's not. So that's really what this workshop is about, and just talking about all these different things and how you actually can get relief using very, very simple self-care strategies and really less than 20 minutes a day. And who doesn't have that, So anyway, that's kind of a brief synopsis. I'll let you talk about the other workshops that are having because the other practitioners are amazing. And I really look forward to checking out everybody's stuff today. Yay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And just to, piggyback on that, I know that when my daughter was diagnosed with arthritis, the conventional route was to hand us a form a brochure that said living with your arthritis. And that's the indoctrination that we go through when we're diagnosed. And so it's no wonder that mindset is there, but it's so refreshing to be in a community who knows that we are able to transform that. So that's one reason why we align with Samantha. So Samantha's going to be at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's here up at the hour. We've got 15 minutes before her workshop starts. But we also have a couple of 9 o'clock hour workshops. We're going to have Jeffrey Mort at 9 o'clock, and he's going to be talking about the only way to take control of your health. And it's going to be powerful. Jeffrey is also a certified hypnotherapist. So we love that about him and what he brings to the space. And then also at the 9 o'clock hour, we have Carla. And I'm not sure if she's on here yet. She may be just watching, but Carla is going to be talking about empowering your mind, virtual positive affirmations. And it's going to be amazing. This woman is full of love, and that's what she has to give. If you don't love yourself, she's going to show you how. It's going to be fantastic. And then at the 10 o'clock hour, we have Bobby Hively. Say hi, Bobby. Bobby is going to be teaching about naturally improving bone health, bone health that is not all about estrogen. Bobby, do you want to say hi real quick and say a little bit more about that?
Well, my whole intention today is to teach you that everything in your body is connected, and that the paradigm that you have been taught through traditional medicine isn't right, that there's so much more to bone health and to how your body works. that you need to pay attention to your entire body to truly have health. It's not just one part. So I look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. And then at the 10 o'clock hour this morning, we also have Vishad. Vishad is our mindset transformer. He's actually going to be delivering part 3 of delving into the subconscious mind, which you can catch the part 1 and part 2 in our community. So he has fantastic mindset transformation practices and just really practical tips and strategies to really get past yourself, really. And then again at 10 o'clock, we also have Carrie. So she is the sugar knockout coach, and we're super excited about her understanding cravings, unraveling the science and psychology. So think about it this way too. I know we've got a lot going on simultaneously, but in the replay section here in the event, you're going to be able to have access to all of these workshops. So pick which one you want to go to and then watch the replay of the one that you missed. And so don't panic. Don't feel like you're missing out completely. We have all of these resources available for you to continue to access. Then at the 11 o'clock hour, we have Brooke. I'm super excited about Brooke. Brooke is a functional health practitioner, and she teaches human design. We actually have I have an appointment with her at the end of the month. I'm super excited about that one. But she's going to be talking into the secret of health, living in energetic integrity. And then we have Agni at the 12 o'clock hour, Central Standard Time. She's going to be talking about quantum healing. If you've not met Agni and you've not experienced her transformation, her spiritual transformation that she can take you through, you are in for a ride. Quite the experience. And then we have at 1 o'clock, we have Amber Bender. She's going to be oh, I see a typo there. Anyways, underlying causes of the emotional eating that most diets miss. So she is a eating psychology coach and a functional medicine practitioner, and you're going to love her. And then we have Kate Simpson at the from 1 o'clock hour to 2 o'clock hour. Kate, do you want to say hi real quick?
Hello. Yeah, I'm super excited. We're going to talk about dropping your emotional baggage, not only yours, but theirs too. So sometimes your emotional baggage did not originate with you. And so we're going to explain and talk about that and talk about how releasing this emotional baggage absolutely impacts your health and your healing, the organs and your physical body, as well as your emotional space. So really excited for it. Hope to see you there.
Awesome. So then we also have Bonnie Hayes. She's a holistic nutritionist and she's an herbalist. So this woman is going to unpack your kitchen for you. It's fantastic. This is going to be a great workshop, especially getting ready for the holidays, and we're facing all of those food allergies and intolerances. She's really going to empower you to go through the holidays and enjoy them without fear, right? And then we have L'Oreal and Arcturus at the 4 o'clock hour, getting to the root cause of your suffering. L'Oreal and Arcturus, you guys want to say hi real quick?
Hey,
Hi.
we're excited to help you discover that you have the power to heal. It is in you. You've been holding on to it. A lot of the modalities that we see out there are disempowering, and talk a lot about how what's keeping you from discovering that. We're going to do a live interactive healing so we can experience it all together.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's going to be so great. They have a powerful testimony. Each one of them, they have their own testimony, but it's funny how they have separate testimonies that seem so similar, how they both experienced that past trauma and transformation and just completely healing their lives. So I know you guys are going to really just resonate with them. So we also have Deidre Towns. Deidre Towns is going to be at the 4 o'clock hour as well. But again, you can catch the replays. So don't worry if you can't, if you can't decide which one to go to. And her workshop is going to be emotion codes. What are they? How they impact you, and power to recode. We're excited about that. So these are some of the practitioners that we have that are not presenting today, myself included. I'm also a nutritional health coach, and I help people transform autoimmune diseases. And I teach about that, which you'll find replays in the community. We also have Tanya Baldwin, who is not going to be with us today, but she also is at our trauma therapy. So she takes us through those trauma transformations. And she also had MS and has completely reversed her MS. And then we have McCall LeBron. So you'll be able to find her in our community as well. And she'll pop in and teach workshops when she can. She is a genetic disorder coach. So she helps people with those genetic disorders and helping them reverse them. She reversed her own genetic disorder. She had a condition that affected all the ligaments in her body and was almost completely paralyzed when she was a child in bed from an emotional trauma that she had gone through. So powerful testimonies there, and you'll find more about her in the community as well. And then we also have Alan Phillips, who's our emotional resilience coach and relational energetics coach. So really, Alan is that emotional resiliency practitioner, and it's so important to be able to feel those emotions come in, but also to be able to move past them and not be impacted by those emotions for the rest of our life in a negative impact. So he is a brilliant coach, and we love him in our community as well. So just to wrap this up a little bit, I want to talk about our upcoming dates, because we've only got a couple minutes left here before we jump into our sessions. But we have our today's event, November 18th. The next one will be November 30th. That again is at 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be here in this platform, in this software, bringing new demonstrations, new workshops, giveaways, and more fun. So this is really where you're going to be accessing more information, really gathering this community together and meeting new people all over again. So let's see. That's pretty much it, folks. I am super.
Do we have any time for Q&A, Jamie?
Do we have what?
A little bit of time for Q&A in case anyone wants to ask a question.
Yep.
Okay, so if you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat, or you can unmute and ask, just to make sure that, well, there's a little bit of space if you're curious about anything in regard to the event.
And also, if you have questions on where to go, if you're not sure where your event is, I will say that if on the left-hand side, if you're on your computer, on the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to see sessions, and you can go into those sessions, and it'll show you which ones are live, and those are the ones that are playing right there. You can also, right now, above the screen, there's a button that says schedule, and you can add these workshops to your schedule throughout the day. So if you need to buzz out and go to work or come back, or go mow the lawn, whatever it is you need to do for the day, and come back to those workshops, this is going to have that schedule for you so that you are reminded that your event is starting, and you'll be able to attend those and really remember what your lineup is, because it is a lot of information. And then we also have our expo. So when that's open, you're going to be able to go in there and meet with those vendors and talk about their products and stuff that they have as well. So
All right. It doesn't seem like there's any questions. Maybe we can just conclude and wish everyone well as they experience what we know is going to be an amazing debut event. Jamie, you want to conclude the session?
Yes. Just take a deep breath and be in a place to receive. That's where we're at, guys. We're ready to receive. We're ready to receive what the practitioners have prepared for you, and enjoy your day. Bye.
Hey, Bobby, everyone's left this section.
How do I get to a message with someone else? Someone
Um,
messaged me and wants to chat, and
I messaged you. There's a little envelope in the top corner with a red number on it. You would just click that and it would open up that directly.
okay. Thank you. Bye.
So so you want to stop sharing? I'll shoot a Zoom link over into Facebook.
Okay.
You want to just quickly run through your thing? I just did some alignment things. I moved some of the arrows that weren't centered.
Okay. Okay.
But that was on my part. That was mine that I sent to you. So it wasn't you didn't move anything by accident or anything. I just hadn't finished that yet. But it's
Okay.
done. It's cool. I love it. I love your new slides.
Okay.
Do you want to
Okay.
go through it real quick? Okay.
On Zoom is where you put that.
I'm going to shoot it into the Facebook.
Into Facebook. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But you need to stop your share here before you'll be able to open up the camera on Zoom, most likely.
Okay. So I just need to leave the session.
So on the top, you'll see stop sharing audio and video.
Okay.
So when you click that, that'll close everything here down. You can close the entire window down and then click on the Zoom for that'll be there.